And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, getting into your real raw rugged. And I got somebody on the other line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Who we got here today?
I go by Topside, producer from Detroit.
Hey, man. I am excuse me, I got a cough going on. I am very hyped to have you on here, bro. You are definitely one of my favorite producers of. I'm gonna say the past 2 years, man. You have been producing the sound that's you basically you energy Carlo a couple other niggas from Detroit, y'all basically producing the soundtrack to my life, man. So I
Appreciate it.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all niggas, man. How you doing today, bro?
All right, just getting up.
You from Detroit, right?
Well, I was born in Louisiana, but I pretty much grew up in Detroit.
What age you moved?
Probably like when I was 10, fifth grade.
10th, fifth grade.
I moved back to Louisiana like my senior year, like 2007, 2008. I moved back. Then I moved back here like 2013. So I've been like back and forth my whole life. Summers, going back and forth.
It make a lot of sense on why your music sounds the way it sounds. That you said you grew up over there in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Um, were you producing when you were living in Louisiana though?
No, I was in the band growing up, and I dropped out like when I was in the ninth grade because they tried to get me to read music. So I only been producing for about 2.5 years though. Like right before it itself came out, that's when I started. Like probably 2 months before that song came out.
So when you was in the band, you said you dropped. You said you stopped because they trying to make you read music.
Yeah,
You was
I,
using your Nick Cannon bag basically.
right down south, like it was everything. Like you know, when we moved up here, it was like a majority white band, white school, so it was like test on reading music, and I wasn't really with it.
What you played when you was in the band?
Drums, percussion, snare drum, bass drum, really snare drum, man.
Can you still play it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You got a snare drum on you, like you like you use
I
one?
don't got it on me, but yeah, I can still play snare.
That's crazy. I talk about it sometimes. I grew up. I went to a in middle school. I went to an art school and I was in a band,
Mm.
but it wasn't a marching band. It was like a symphonic band where I had to sit down and read the music and you know what I'm saying, play classical music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I'm always interested in like the difference because I never had the marching band da 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 just playing or
yeah,
whatever. So
Mark. Yeah, down south, we only play stuff like on the radio, all the hip hop, all the old school Earth, Wind and Fire stuff like that. But up here, we was like playing Rocky stuff like that. That jump was hard, so I was like, forget it, I gotta drop out. It wasn't fun no more.
oh, yeah, I'm from Florida, so I'm already knowing how FAMU marching
Yeah,
bands is, and you know how they, you know
yeah,
how
yeah.
people literally go to HBCU games just to see the bands. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's why I wanted to go to Grambling.
Really?
Just to, yeah.
Did you ever go?
No, I went to a junior college in Monroe, Louisiana, for like a year, and that was over with. I dropped out.
What you majored in?
Business management.
Business management. Do you? That's great. I was just talking to a homie. He was trying to figure out like what he wanted to do. Like, what made you go business management route?
I always just wanted to be my own boss. I didn't really want to work for nobody. So, yeah, and that was like the only thing that made sense to me. I feel like if you're not gonna be like a doctor or a lawyer, you feel me? There really ain't no point to go to college.
It's
But
crazy.
yeah,
Know what you about to say?
go ahead.
No, I was about to say it's crazy because when you think about it, like back in that time, or not back, but I feel like it's more of like a couple years ago, niggas started to want to be their own boss. But everybody, unless you're going to college to be like a doctor, lawyer, everybody's okay with working a 9 to 5 and stuff like that. So like, was there something that you seen or people in your household that was their own bosses? Like, what made you at an early age realize that you wanted to go that route?
I just didn't like working a job. I started working a job. Like, I started working at a clothing line called Man Alive. Then I was working for Coca Cola, and them two jobs didn't work out. So I was like, I'm straight.
And that's what made you want to do the business management thing. Have you? Did you? I mean, you say it was only for the semester. Did you learn anything that you can I guess a
Not
plot a
really.
day.
I ain't really get into business. We was going over everything I ever learned in school. You know, that freshman year, it's just like all basic stuff.
Yeah, you got to take the prerequisites. You got to take the math and the English class and stuff
Right.
like that. So you probably didn't really get into your major for real yet.
Mhm.
Well, I guess to fast forward after you said you graduated from New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
You
Well,
moved
Monroe, Louisiana.
Louisiana, and then you moved back to Michigan, and you was kind of going back and forth. Were you in Michigan or were you in New Orleans or Louisiana when you first started producing?
I was in Michigan.
Mm. What made you want to start doing that?
I was working for Ford, and we kept getting laid off. So I bought some equipment or bought a computer. And I used to see Veeze like online saying he was about to rap. He started going to the studio, and I was like, man, I should start making beats. And that's how it happened. And I started sending him beats, and we was doing a couple songs here and there. Ray and Peasy, they started playing them, and he made it self.
Mm.
It started going crazy, and after itself came out, I just had to take it serious, get better.
That's 100% the first beat I ever heard from you, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I realized the beat at first because the song was so like interesting to me because I never heard a song like that. Like I just never heard a song where a nigga is just saying like, "Hey, this ain't finna do it itself," and he just kept doing it. Like usually when niggas repeat stuff, I'm like,
Right.
"Yeah, all right, this ain't it." But he kept my interest throughout that whole verse of his. I'm like, yeah, this nigga, he a little different. So later on, after I listen to it again, I'm like, yo, this beat is actually hard too. Like, who produced this? And then I start going through your catalog, and hey, like I said, bro, producing the soundtrack to my life, bro. You a co-producer along with a couple other Michigan niggas, man. And itself that kind of was like Veeze. That was like he introduced me to a lot of other Michigan niggas. Was that the first Michigan nigga that you worked with?
Yeah, V's, yeah.
How did you meet, bro? I know you said you seen him online. Like, did you know him previously before that?
Yeah, it was he like he a friend of the family basically.
Okay.
And I used to see him all the time in the hood. I used to pull up, play the game with my cousin. He used to always be there. And that's how we met. And followed each other on Instagram. And I just used to send him beats once I seen he started rapping.
I guess hearing him first rap, did you see him becoming what he is today? And he ain't even reached where he can be, but like where he's at
Yeah,
right now. Did you
yeah,
did you see
I
this?
always knew because he got a good personality. Like, just around these, he funny as hell. So
Very
I
funny.
knew he would be popular. And he had flow. Like, the couple beats I was sending him before itself, like, it sounded good. So we just kept working.
It's crazy because a nigga like okay, so you as a producer, when you hear somebody like V's has his complete own style. Like he has
Yeah,
that. He not rapping with a ton of energy. Like
right,
he not finna sound like Meat Mill in the booth or anything. He's very just
right,
calm and. But it's crazy because if you'll let that fool you and think like, oh, he ain't really saying nothing because he ain't really got no energy. But you listen to him, and you like, yo, this nigga is like saying a lot within these
right.
bars that he got. So did you think like did you craft your first beats because you said you was first producer for him? Did you craft those beats around that, or were you just giving him beats you already made?
Yeah, I was just giving him beats I already made, just kind of trying to figure it out, figure what kind of sound I was going to go with, how I wanted to produce. But I just liked the way he rapped and how he sounded on the track, similar to Los, Babyface, Ray, Baby Smooth. All the niggas I work with, they kind of got like distinct voice,
That is a fact.
and it's just easy to listen to. They just sound good on the track, I guess.
Well, now that you're a little bit more experienced, do you now like craft beats specifically for people? Or let's say you like, damn, I know Losa sound good on this. Let me add this. I know he'll like this. Or are you just still making beats and just giving them to niggas?
Right, I just make beats, really.
Really?
Yeah, just trying to. I just give them what I think sound good.
Mm. That's interesting. Do you ever like you don't rap at all, do you?
No, I don't rap.
Do you ever do like reference songs like oh I think you should do this here and like send it to niggas and be like oh that'd be hard here or you just make the beats.
No, I just make
You
beats.
just make the that's crazy man.
I,
That's
Veeze, yeah.
It's because usually when I know niggas produce, they'll do like, oh, I know Face will sound good on this. Let me craft this for Face. But you just sit back and
I
you just
just
make
make
it
beats. I just send whatever. I
interesting.
think that sound good. Yeah.
Have like could you see yourself getting a little bit more into it, like in an executive producer bag, like helping nigga curate a whole album? You think you would be that's
Yeah.
something that interests you?
I mean, I did projects with Los and Day Money. So yeah, I still want to executive produce and do co-albums for sure.
So after itself, what came after that? Was it just more V songs? Did you branch out other niggas, or like what happened immediately after itself?
I started working with on the White House. Working with Baby Smooth. Me and V still got songs, but I just work with them.
It's crazy because I look at a nigga like Veeze, and I mean this nigga only really got this nigga about 5 songs out. This nigga don't really have a lot out. So like, do you and him have like a massive amount of songs like that hasn't reached the public yet?
I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
is that you with a lot of niggas? Like because I know him specifically, he don't really drop a lot of music. Do you
Hmm.
have like a vault like with a lot of songs that the public hasn't heard yet outside of these?
Yeah.
Who would you say like your favorites? Like you got one song that you just like, man, this got to come out like now.
The one with Babyface, right? That come out Saturday.
Come out
That's
Saturday. Oh, you talking about a
no,
deluxe?
Friday. Oh yeah, on the deluxe. Yeah, Friday. I know that's gonna be hard for sure. Um, Me and Los, we got so many songs that's hard. Baby Smooth, but I'm about to drop another project like an EP. It's gonna have everything on there. Maybe like eight to 10 songs.
All right, all right. Wait, is the face song old or is that newer?
It's newer.
Hey man, I definitely can't wait because I found out about V's first, and then I got into Ray, and then late last year, that's kind of when I tapped in to Los and Nutty, and
Hmm.
them niggas styles is I feel like it's perfect for you because like you say, you grew up in that Louisiana area, and they got that very no limit type of old cash money type of swag about them or
You know,
whatnot.
they started rapping when I started producing. Well, we all started all creating at
Yeah,
the same time, so kind of grew together.
that's hard. I mean, it's crazy because that's not that long ago, right? That's like what 20 what
Like
18.
yeah, 2 years, 2.5 years, yeah.
And y'all niggas just keep getting better. It's like y'all are like growing. You know, it's almost like a nigga that get drafted for 1 year in college in basketball. And nigga still like a raw prospect, but it's like the nigga in the NBA. He just keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. It's like a Zion. Like I feel like Zion is like very raw when he plays basketball, and nigga just keep growing like in front of our eyes. And that's what I feel like with Los. Like that nigga, he rap so much better than he did a couple years ago. Nutty, he doing different flows. I see you trying out different sounds and stuff like that. Like y'all niggas are just getting better and better. Like, do you see yourself improving when you listen to your newer beats?
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Because when I first started, I didn't really know music theory.
Mm.
I know a little more music theory, um, a lot more sounds. I feel like I'm getting better for sure.
What's okay? So, do you ever wish that you would have stayed in band to learn more about reading notes and
But
stuff
yeah,
like that?
it came full circle for sure.
That shit help, bro. I don't make music, but I get it. Like I get like when something like,
Yeah,
oh, so he
you
doing this.
start doing it and you run out of ideas and go back to music theory for sure.
What made you tap in with trying to learn more about music theory?
The Neptunes, for real.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
That's something I didn't ask you. Like, who did you grow up listening to that you think influenced what you're doing today?
No Limit, Cash Money, Neptunes, them three for sure. Dre.
I definitely hear it. That's crazy. Neptunes. I would never guess that. That's interesting that you tapped in with them. I feel
Yeah.
I feel like damn, what beat was? I heard some beat you did recently, and it was very different from anything I ever heard you do. And now that you say Neptunes, it made me think of that. So I could definitely see you. Like, could you like? Would you see yourself ever like trying to do like some pop shit like the way Neptunes did?
I don't know about pop, but I don't know. No, I don't know.
Like, also when I say pop shit, I mean like, like some just some Neptune shit. Like how Pharrell he be rapping on the song. Like, what's the song with him and Jay-Z? Slipping my mind right now, but just some like just some Neptune shit. Could you ever see yourself going in that bag? Let me say that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, this shit gonna kill me if I don't remember this song. Hold on. Yeah, like frontin'. That's what I was thinking about. Like some shit like this. Could you see yourself going in that bag?
I don't know.
I feel you.
That's hard though. That's like one of my favorite songs for sure.
Yeah.
That's like my top 5 favorite songs.
Really?
I don't know.
Hey,
For
man.
real hard.
I love this because I feel like I said I feel like I see you doing more different stuff or just different stuff. I could definitely see you hopping in that bag, and hey, I'll be a fan of it. And just kind of looking, speaking of like being fans of stuff, I went on your Apple Music because I know you got like a playlist of like all the songs you produced, and like right below before I ever get into it, I seen like the shit you be listening to, and it's some interesting shit, man. You like I said, you listen to Tyler Creator, Wolf, and shit like that, like, and then you
Yeah,
go
Tyler in my top 5 producer for sure.
really.
Tyler, hell yeah, I like Tyler. I was on Tyler when he first came out.
See, bro, you gonna I'm telling you, next 3 years you gonna be on some different shit, bro. You gonna be producing for goddamn Coca-Cola commercials and shit, bro. Like huh?
Yeah, sure. I hope so.
And it's crazy because like I'm looking through you get in your Tyler bag and then you go back and right before Tyler you listen to BG and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
I got songs with BG song. His
really
son. Yeah.
they out
Nope, they ain't out, but we working. We got like 5, 6 songs.
really. Okay, so you got songs with BG son. That's what's his rap name?
Ty.
Ty. So you got songs with niggas like that. Is there any legends from that era like Cash Money, No Limit that's still making music that you want to tap in with?
All of them. All of them.
Is there one or maybe two, like one that you like if you had to pick any, you'd be like I'm a start off with this one.
Currency.
Mm.
Currency in my top 5. Currency for sure.
You got like a definite top 5 favorite rappers off the top of your head?
Mm, off the top, P, Master P, Tupac, Currency. Blade.
Mm.
I don't know the last one. I'm gonna have to get back to you on the last one.
Yeah, Blade, P, Currency, and who was the fourth thing you said? Blade, Currency, Tupac. And I guess going back to like if you listen to that old No Limit Cash Money era, them niggas it make you want to get money. At least for me, like it's like get money music. And when I listen to niggas
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
You gotta be the 5th.
okay, so you got Jay up there. I mean, most of these niggas you name, they make music that make you want to get money, and I feel like that translate perfectly to your style because when I listen to a nigga like Los and Nutty, I'm like nigga, I feel broke. Like I need to go and get some money. You feel me? So like listening to the way that, huh?
My uncle got money. That's the type of music they listen to.
What you say?
I said that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
My uncles, my dad. That's the type of music they listen to. So I guess that's where my sound come from.
It makes sense because it's like I listen to niggas like Peasy. I listen to niggas like just Michigan music in general. That's like get money music. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I mean, is that because I've never been to Michigan? Is that like a culture in Detroit? Like, is it like a get money type culture out there?
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, because when I think, huh?
That's all it's about. Taking care of your family.
Because when I think of Michigan niggas, I think of like the first thing I think about now is hooping. I feel like every nigga from Michigan I've encountered love basketball. You a basketball nigga?
Yeah, growing up, yeah, I watch basketball too. But
You
yeah,
can still hoop?
yeah, I'm pretty good.
Like what's your game? Like you a shooter? You go to the hole?
Both,
It's all
both,
around.
all around. Yeah,
How
I
tall you
used
is?
to high school. I wasn't that good. Like I wasn't you know, no superstar
Yeah.
but I was decent.
How tall you is?
6'3".
You, you got height on you. That's all right. Usually when I interview niggas, I be like, yeah, man, we should play 1-on-1, but I go, you little tall, you know? I'm like, you might got it. You might got it. Man. You might got it. I'm like 5'9", so I don't know. But nah, that's interesting because I feel like y'all tie in y'all life really good with the music because niggas that love basketball, you hear basketball bars. Niggas that's getting money, you'll hear them niggas talking about getting money. Like it's really just like it's like a lens to y'all life and how y'all living and whatnot. And as I appreciate that. And I wrote down a couple songs that's like my favorite that you produced. And I didn't know if you had any backstories you want to touch on them, but if we could do that, I feel like that'd be cool. Let's see. First one, I say Getaway Driver. Everybody was talking crazy on Getaway Driver. That's one of my favorite songs you got. I don't know if there's a backstory on that, but it's a very fire song.
Mm, it ain't no backstory, but I sent that beat to Brooks, and Brooks put Ray and Day Money on there. But it ain't no real
Yeah.
backstory.
Speaking of Brooks, 440 Brooks, crazy. That might be top three beat of yours. That might be just top three beat of yours right there. I don't know how you feel about that beat, but that's one of them ones right there.
Yeah, Brooks hard too. Brooks hard for sure.
I was sleep on Brooks until like maybe top of this year. I was sleep on Brooks, but Brooks is fire.
He another one that got a distinct voice. Like he just flow on the track, you know.
He's hard. The first time I heard him was I think you produced this too. You produced Can You Hear Me, right?
Yeah.
Can You Hear Me was the first time I heard him. Everybody went crazy on that. Was that another one where you just sent to him, he put everybody on it, or was that everybody was in the studio?
Yeah.
That's definitely one of my favorites. And you also produced. This is if it's not number one, it's like number two. Like one of my favorite albums of the year is Volume 3, of Los and Nutty, and I know you got a lot on there. That album is back to back. I just keep playing it. I don't know how you feel about that album, but the songs you got on there, you got don't I think it started off with Heroin Charges. You produce Heroin Charges, right?
Yeah.
Fire. That's a fire beat. That was a little bit more like that's a little. I feel like that's a little bit different beat for you. Like you was a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah, you can say that. And that's another beat. Like it may be simple, but it do require like music theory. Like you got a bass line, all that shit. It just I don't know.
You had them niggas, huh?
Hmm?
No, I'm about to say you had them niggas talking crazy on there. What you saying?
Yeah, we got a lot more shit too. That's hard.
Everything there's not a skippable song on this entire album. And what you got here? You got Kareem on Clements, Do It Big. I mean, everything hit on there, and yeah, you locked in for sure on there. But yeah, like I said, you got so many songs from Itself. That was your first song you produced. To Who Put You On by Los. That's one of my favorite Los songs. Is you just like, do you have a favorite song by, or do you have a favorite beat of yours right now? I know you got a lot of beats, but like right now, do you go back being like, yeah, this is my favorite right now? The song is out at least.
I can't believe it, but it's true.
That's Baby Smooth, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fire one. That's a fire one. Another good album that came out last year, right?
Put you on too. Like that's a hard beat.
Which one?
Who put you on?
Who Put You On? Fire. Who Put You On is fire. The Baby Smooth joint that came out last year, right?
RX Poppy.
You just produced. You did that came out what, like last week, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That
Like,
nigga
a couple days ago.
Poppy is not missing. That nigga, he ain't the songs he put out with Carlo. I feel like he got like he tapped in with y'all. Like y'all beats put him in a different bag. So I'm rocking with it. That's hard. Anybody else currently you haven't worked with? You want to work with?
Mm, a lot of people. Too many to name.
Too many to name. Too many to name. Anybody from Michigan?
Currency.
Currency.
A lot more niggas from Michigan. I'm just working on my craft. Really trying to get back. A
If
lot more Michigan.
I had interviewed Los and Lady last year, and I asked them like, since y'all are like still new and learning rap, I was asking them like, do you see anything you can improve on? So since you started around the same time, do you see any things that like you're like, all right, I still need to work on this to elevate my game?
Just music theory, I
Just the
guess.
music theory?
Yeah,
No, I can feel that.
but you can always learn more.
When you pick that up?
When I first started,
Mm. So you been? I thought that was the thing. Like you picked up like maybe like
no, really, no. Really, yeah. Once I started getting more into music, I
okay.
started like back to the old shit and like listening to Pharrell, like shit like that. Neptunes, you gotta know music theory. Beats by the pound, all that shit required like music theory.
Nah, it's a fact. Like I said, a lot of niggas who make music, I feel like they'll benefit so much if they knew music theory. So
For sure.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Well, shit, man. I don't want to keep it for too long, man. If you got anything else you wanna say, man, let it be known.
Mm, I don't know. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna keep working, keep dropping fire.
Hey, man, I'm
About
tapped in.
that drop Friday, the deluxe.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready for
Right,
that.
a legend for sure.
It took me a minute to get into Ray because his flow didn't click with me at first. It was a little too different for me because he don't rap like a lot of
He
niggas.
really changed Detroit sound
Mm.
for real. When he say that, he ain't lying.
What you mean?
Like the type of beats he rapped on, it wasn't just all turnt shit. It was cool shit.
See, I feel like most of the niggas from Detroit that I interview, y'all just like laid back niggas in general or whatnot, and that really come through his music specifically. Like even a beat that may go hard, like let me say like Daisy Lane or something. Like they got a hard bass line to it, but he's still talking real smooth and real player like or whatnot. So yeah, he's one of the ones for sure. Shout out to
Just
Ray. Shout out to Ray. But hey, for everybody watching, I appreciate it. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and y'all holla at your boy now. And that is